Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hardcore Heroes. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've been working a lot.
On?
Everything. I have 3 major projects and then just 5 classes of upkeep that I have to worry about as well. So there's just not a lot of spare time anymore.
How long left, Sean?
About a month, little over a month.
Nice.
Yep.
We're getting near the end.
This be the best Christmas ever for you.
Yeah, like assuming I don't fail a class.
Yeah.
If I fail a class, I'm not making it to Christmas. It's just over.
Well, good luck. We're all rooting for you. And then make sure to enjoy your some sort of break before you try and delve into anything else.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I'm good. I am also really busy at the moment, but probably not as interesting to talk about.
Those people won't invest themselves.
Well, it's like my biggest client, and we're doing like a whole change in how the strategy works, and the level of scrutiny is massive. So I've had to write like so many 30-page reports about investment topics, and it's just a bit intense. My boss just doesn't help me. His stance on it is, I'll review it when you're done. But even when we're up against a super tight deadline, he won't I tried to say to him okay, can you section 4 and I'll write sections 1 to 3. But he won't have it. He just wants me to do the whole thing. So,
My God, delegating work to an employee? How dare he?
I know, but he's I don't know what he does for this time.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, where did we leave off with our game? I do believe we were in sort of a happy place.
Yeah, we got back to the mansion after finishing Falstaff's tomb, and we had some sponge cake, I think, with Jeeves.
Yes.
And
And
then I think the plan was to Frank was buried. We had a funeral for him, and then I think the plan was to go back and look through the spell books.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, we've got a lot. I mean, you're level 9 now, right? So you've got some magics to be casting yourself.
Yeah. In fact, let me see what kind of materials I need for some of these things that I was looking at.
Oh yeah. So I at least need to probably go back just the next morning to close the door.
Right.
And hope that the gargoyles haven't respawned, because that would be less than ideal. But I think with a polymorph self, I should be able to fly over the pit, get through the door pretty easily. Or will I? You know the door where we had to pull the chain to open it?
Mm-hmm.
Was there a gap small enough under that I could crawl through if I was a spider, or will I need someone there to help me?
That door needs to be opened by pulling the chain. Yeah, there was no gap.
So we are going to need.
No one knows where that chain goes. That chain could go somewhere, or maybe not. It might dip into a pit of acid, or just stagnant, dirty, filthy water.
All right, so I think everyone's going to have to come back with me at least once to close the door. Wait, unless I close it from the outside. Could I close it from the outside? I could just teleport to the circle back in later.
Isn't there a risk that you would just explode yourself if you use the normal teleport, not the circle teleport?
Yeah, to get there. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so maybe we all have to go back to close the door. It's a bit of an effort, but...
Wait, why do we need... Oh, you want to go outside of Falstaff's tomb?
I just want to get to the entrance, preferably from the inside. So we teleport to the circle, we make our way back to the entrance, close the door, and then make our way back to the circle, spend the day there reading or whatever, and then teleport.
Well, I think if we do that, we have to do all the stuff again, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, well...
But if we, there's definitely a place in Bon Theris we can teleport to that would be safe to teleport to. Because we need, a 2 or 3 story building to make it happen?
Isn't that your house?
Yeah, I've got a circle in Bon Theris, so we can just get back. Oh, you mean if we had to teleport from the outside?
Yeah, so we teleporting circle in, we close the door, and then we teleport back to Bon Theris normally.
Oh, because you reckon after closing the door, the monsters might reset?
Yeah, I don't want to risk having to deal with that crap again. So now that we have a nice little checkpoint planted behind all of the dangerous evil stuff that's going to kill us.
Yeah. Okay, so we teleport circle in, we spend the night.
Yeah.
I relearn teleport. We go back through.
Yeah.
I shrink us all and teleport out.
Yes. I could also nap you, so we could do it like first thing in the morning and be done in an hour.
Okay, that works. But we need to spend time there anyway, so there's no danger.
That's true. Yeah, there's no rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you got time, and you've got your two henchmen who are happy to rest for a little while, even though their wounds have mostly been magically healed. It's still nice to take a little bit of
Get a break. Yeah, everyone needs vacation.
Yeah, and you guys have built your magic circle, so you can go back and forth and transport books, components, potions, the whole of the library, what loot there was, all the fun stuff. I do believe you need 2 castings of your teleport spell, 1 to get there, 1 to get back, but you can only memorize 1 per day, right?
Yeah, so we could use
Just what
nap.
the nap is for, yeah.
Okay, so you teleport there, you nap, you move everything into the magic teleportation circle, and then you all teleport back together.
Is that what we're doing? Like, should we move all the stuff back with us, or should we just...
No. Well, I was thinking more that you were going to, like, browse through the books, see what you wanted to take back for further study.
That's it, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I don't want to just, like, ransack the place.
Well, let's...
Yeah, because part of it was, like, be judicious in your use, right? So, like,
Yeah.
paying respect to that is not taking literally everything.
Let's talk about what there is, because there are, as we mentioned before, spell books and research books, sort of encyclopedic books, all sorts of things. If you were to take the sum total of this and transplant it into your own laboratory library, you would have a library worth 30,000 GP if we're using the
for
rules
research
for
purposes?
magic. Yeah.
What does that? What level does that get you?
That gives you 12 potion formulas, 11 item formulas, and research of up to 8th level spells.
Holy shit.
There's only one greater step. That would be another 20,000 GP infusion into your library, which is something that you can sort of work at if you have cash to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I ever get to level 17.
Sure,
You don't even get 6 until you hit 12.
Right, but the improved library, in addition to opening 9th level spells, gives you more potion and item formulas. So
Okay, yeah.
instead of just having a set 12, you'll be able to do pretty much whatever you want potion-wise, which is the big thing for you here.
So by 2E rules, there's just no way to make a magic item outside of being level like 15 to cast permanency, right? Is that still the way we're running it?
You can make magical items that are not permanent, like you could make a wand, because you don't need to cast permanency to make a wand because it's charge based. So
here's the obvious question: could I make a wand of stone skin?
yes.
Okay, well that's got to be like number 1 priority, I think. Right? I mean, we're going to go back to the game where everyone's stone skinned, but like if the opportunity's there, it seems weird not to do it.
I believe. Let me double check, because there are certain things like it might not be a wand; it might have to be like a staff or a rod or some blah blah blah. But yes, I believe you can do the greater concept.
Someone's saying I still need enchant item, which I think is a level
That's
6
true.
spell.
You do need an enchanted item, which is
Level 6. So unless he has a scroll of it, which he might, I suppose, we're gonna have to wait for another 3 levels.
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably wait because you will need multiple enchanted item spells in order to
Cast.
enchant a wand heavily. Yeah.
All right, so that's off the cards. That's probably for the best.
Yeah,
at
plus
this
you don't want to
point-
be doing permanency, do you? Do you need
No, it's-
permanency to enchant ones?
No,
No,
not what
no.
that's what you're saying. You could do it just enchant an item, but still
I see.
spell. So
But where you're at are scrolls and potions, and there are a great many scrolls and potions that can be made.
yeah.
So here it becomes the question: if you want to be judicial in your use of this library and only bring out bits and fragments at a time, we can lower the quality of your library to just those few things that you need for whatever specific purposes. But this 30
Okay, but hear me
30
out.
KGP
If
will
we're doing
stay there.
like say a 3-week research period, I can teleport back and forth between the 2 at will, basically over the course of the 3 weeks. So I feel like I should always have access to the full set, as long as I'm free to teleport back and forth.
I mean, that's kind of like saying I have full access to the internet to help me research if I drive to the library and then do the research there, and then come back to my house to write my paper. Like, theoretically, it's possible, but it's going to slow you way the fuck down if you can't have all of those things in front of you at all points in time, you know? You're going to want to be able to, like, look this up and then go change this thing. Like, oh, fuck, there was this thing I missed. Now I got to wait until tomorrow to go back to the library to do the blah, 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 you know?
Okay, I would accept that it'd slow you down.
Yeah, it would significantly slow you down.
But if you were like trying, like my point is, if I wanted to research something that was at the limit,
if you wanted to research, you might be better off just staying here to do it. Like you might be better off just going to the tomb and researching there,
and then bringing whatever I have from my own library. Yeah.
Yeah, you could turn the research. You could turn the tomb into your laboratory. That's the other direction. We could
and then we just have to ward, because we could like ward the hell out of the door that takes you into the treasure room.
Well, that's already
because we never need to go through it.
Yeah, but if the golems do reset when we close the door, then like it's kind of pretty safe, right? I mean, who's gonna get to that?
Well, I mean, you know, an 18th level wizard, maybe one who bothers to take shatter.
I suppose. Are we hand waving closing the door?
No, not at all.
No. Okay, so that's step one. So.
All right. So the plan. Run by me one more time.
Everyone's coming with us. We're teleport circling to the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
We carefully make our way back to the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door either from the inside or the outside, depending on how it closes, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I shrink everyone and we teleport back to Bontheris.
Fantastic.
Oh, but Van naps me. Then I shrink
right.
everyone and we teleport to Bontheris.
You get your shit together, you grab your gear, and you head back into the tomb. The golems do not respawn. You can make your way to the front, bypassing all those things, using your light stones to light your way, not igniting the oil inside the tomb that would burn every living person in it.
If I accidentally wave it, does the whole thing go up in fire, or does there have to be intent behind it?
You have to have the intent to set things aflame.
So I can still wave it around at people without lighting things on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, you can close the door. That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you guys can prep for it properly, just in case.
We nap. I shrink everyone. We teleport back to Bontheris. Technically, I roll a D100 and not get a 1.
But we have a multi-floored building, so even if you rolled a 1, it wouldn't matter.
Yes.
Can't you just teleport circle back and forth?
No,
well, we're not using the circle
entrance.
because we closed the doors.
Well, by the entrance.
Did you have closed the door from the inside?
Oh yeah, if we can, and then go back.
Yeah, you can close the door from the inside.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, all right, and then we nap. All right, so that's that. The door closed, not going to flood. Golems don't reset, so it isn't actually protected by the golems.
Right.
Yes, so maybe it is worth warding the door.
Yeah. I mean, we could also just destroy the door because we never need to walk through it. And if we really did need to, I could probably, with enough time, destroy the walls.
Well, 6 months out of the year, the entrance is underwater and cannot be accessed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps you or not, but
I guess it does, right?
Yeah, I wonder if you could create like a knock spell for teleporting, or what's it called, wizard lock? A wizard lock spell for teleporting.
What do you
mean?
you
basically created an anti-teleportation space, except for people that the caster allows through.
That'd be quite cool. Stop people teleporting it.
Yeah.
Something to research. Okay, so now I think I want to have a conversation with Van about Stromheim. And just say, look, Van, before we go digging around in the Shadow Mountains for these crystals, for this spell of yours, we should probably check back in with Wicthron Arenta to make sure that the cleric out there's got his... he wanted to wait till we got the crystals, but I think it's worth going to Stromheim, letting the king and queen there, or the queen there, know what we're doing. Maybe Joris could help us out?
Possibly. When I went to Stromheim, they seemed rather embroiled in their own problems. The kingdoms aren't united in this, Malachi. Stromheim is really it's the only city of Eridon left, I believe. That and Copperhill.
Sure. No, Copperhill's been overrun by Vicious.
My point is that I think they've been trying to focus on consolidating their borders.
That's understandable, but do you not think they'd be interested? Surely this demon threat is the biggest thing.
You would think so, right?
Yeah, well, you know what they're like in Eridon. That's why the whole thing fell apart. Nothing to do with the demons. It was a lack of accountability of the nobility that really led to their downfall.
No disaster preparation.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Okay, so I mean, but we can get there pretty quickly. I don't know. Do you think it's not worth checking in? I think if we're going to go straight to the mountains after a bit of research,
We could potentially Joris could help.
yeah.
Do you think Joris is?
He was imprisoned by the Queen, but I sent some lackeys to try and get him freed. So I don't know.
I put in a good word for him. Maybe that helped.
Hope so. Should have done right.
But even if we did contact Joris, do you know what help he could provide?
He could give me his ring.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
We saw him recently. He seemed like he was borderline being taken by paranoia.
Oh, really?
Remember when we met him?
Yeah, that was a while back, though, that, I think. But yeah, so I was up there in Copperhill when Vicious invaded, and I don't know if Darf ever turned back up. So I don't know if you could check in on him, if you get a spare day with your reflecting pool.
I could do that.
I know he's, you know what he's like, he gets himself into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, no, he stole from Count Vicious, didn't he?
Yeah, who would do that, hey? Foolish.
What a fool.
If you're going to steal from him, make sure
make sure you do it before he technically owns it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right. Exactly that. Okay, so shall we spend a week, say, sorting through these books? You can maybe use some of your new spells, and then we'll work out where we are.
So you're both 9th level now, right?
Yes.
Ninth with 5th spells.
Yes. So, as you will dig through these books, you will see that there are also a few books here that are less arcane and more divine in origin.
Oh, interesting.
There seems to be a fairly complete library with regards to potion making. Not a perfect library, but fairly good. And between the two of you, there are a number of potions at your disposal that you now have proper recipes for.
Interesting. What kinds of potions?
Well, let us talk about these things. I'm going to make a list for us as we chat.
We're about to be able to make healing potions.
Plus.
Yes.
Back off this adventuring business and just become millionaires.
Healing potions are in there, but you're going to find they're expensive to make, and they'll be difficult to sell. Well, maybe not difficult to sell, but there's more money. There's easier ways to make money than through healing potion. It's a slow process.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for some potion recipes?
So ready. Where are you putting them?
I'm just gonna talk them at you, and then I'll copy and paste them.
Yep, talk them.
All right, so potion of healing, potion of extra healing.
Ooh.
The difference between those two would be components, among other things. So potions of extra healing will require maybe a little adventuring to get yourself ready to do. We have potions of Featherfall. We have potion of... Where did it go? Of... Nope, that's not the right one. Of water breathing. We have access to potions of infravision. Potion of neutralize poison. I used that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Potion of fire resistance. Potion of polymorph self.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8. And potion of, or oil of acid resistance.
Do I have to look up, like, how does the polymorph self potion work?
So,
is it like in the book?
Self potion. Where did I put it? List. Here we go. So, it will work more or less like the spell. I'll have to look at the exact specifications here. It will take, of course, a casting polymorph spell, polymorph self, and you will also need as the key ingredient mimic ichor. And it has a fairly common process. So if you can get the ichor, the recipe, which you have, and the spell, then you can create the potions given a little bit of time. Polymorph self, I believe...
Does one get mimic ichor though? Well, presumably from a mimic, but like,
Oh.
can we make our own mimic? Like we almost did that once, you remember?
We were talking about the idea of our chest turning into a mimic.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are mimics are actually sometimes intelligent, I believe. So we might actually be able to make a deal with a mimic, like, hey, we'll feed you if you want to like hang out.
But can you get the stuff back after you feed it?
No. Like we just bring it
Okay.
back. It's like, hey, if we can like take some ichor from you every once in a while, we'll keep you fed.
Does he only want magic items, or will he have anything?
No, I think they eat meat. They don't.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, because the whole idea is that they trick adventurers into going like,
Right.
ooh, treasure inside them. They eat them.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that is the thing.
But yeah, if we found a mimic, I don't, because there's two kinds, and I believe the non-killer mimic is intelligent and capable of speech.
It's not. I mean, obviously I can cast a spell, so it's not the end of the world. But it would just free me up a spell slot if I could have a few of those potions on my belt.
Yeah, I kind of want the water breathing potion, just because sometimes I need to be able to water breathe, and it'd be nice to not have to carry that spell around.
What's the key ingredient for water breathing, Neal?
In the notes you have, it is aboleth slime, but you might be able to find another component for that. Same thing with the mimic ichor. The notes you have say mimic ichor. If you do your own independent research, you might be able to find a replacement for that if that component becomes too difficult.
All right. Okay. What? Do you know what aboleths are?
Yeah, they're big, scary underwater monsters.
Oh, that doesn't sound great. It sounds
I don't
less than
know.
great. Could swim up next to it as a fish and like rub off some slime.
Yeah, as somebody with a fear of water monsters, Van Helsing also has a fear of water monsters.
Understandable, I think. What else is like super important right now? Gaseous form is really good
They're
for.
telepathic psychic fish. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Are they massive or?
They are 20 feet long.
Okay, so yeah, pretty big, but
hmm
might not eat you a whole.
8 hit dice. Not the
Kill one.
scariest monsters in the world. And they're awful evil. Oh, here's an aboleth.
Oh yeah, I
Here,
remember.
come into view, come into view.
What about spell books, Neal? You got any unique spells for me that I haven't seen before?
Maybe. It depends on how clever and how much poking around you do.
Well, his spell books are on the wall in a big pyramid, right? So
Yes, they are, and it will take days to go through them and look at them all.
hmm
yeah.
And then we need to like carefully lower the glass down, don't we? Because it comes detached. It's not like an opening case.
Yeah.
Right, it's kind of a pain in the ass to open and close.
hmm
Yeah.
Just move the glass off and leave it in the tomb bit,
I mean, we should probably put it back when we're done.
I guess.
But yeah, we just like take it off once and then put it back before we leave. So that's what, like a 5-minute process either way.
Yeah. It's very judicious of you, Lord Helsing.
Oh God, I am a lord now.
Lord Helsing. No, Lord Van of the House Helsing.
Is that how you
Prince.
say it?
I think so. Prince of Drekis.
Do I have an etiquette proficiency? I might know this.
I don't think you do.
I think I might.
Really? Okay.
I'm checking right now.
I've got etiquette, so I would know.
Oh.
So
But we
yes.
only know Eridonian etiquette, and we're just totally lost when it comes to
That's
Drakisian
true.
etiquette.
But you're kind of like the bad boy of the Drakisian royal family, like somehow connected to the fall of Aranon, like no one really knows.
I do not. I did not take etiquette. I took artistic ability instead.
Useful. Well, hey, it worked for the spell circle, right?
Yeah.
Stonemason skills.
hmm
Okay, so this library here contains all the spells you'll find on the spells page and the spells test page of levels 1 through 4.
Every spell.
That you'll find on the spells and spells test page. I think of 1 through 4. Let me double check. I can't find my notes, and I had all this stuff listed when we ran through the dungeon, and now they're not in the places that. Here we go. Maybe it's 1 through 3. It is. Yes, spells 1 through 4. Spell levels 1 through 4.
Okay.
There's a 100% chance of finding any spell you're looking for, basically. 5th level has a 70% chance of having the spell. 6th level is at a 50% chance. 7th level is at a 40% chance. 8th level is at a 30. And 9th is at a 20.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, this is your last chance to make this spell less overpowered, is try and get Wraith Form, because it's broken.
So you're going to try and... Well,
I've been trying to learn that spell. I think I've failed it 3 times, so yes, I will. I will try again.
Okay, what is your chance to learn?
There's no Potion of Intelligence in here now.
No.
Okay. So it's 75% chance. I'll roll
75%?
it. Oh, wait, you
wait.
roll it. You want me to do it? Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
You did it. You finally learned your Wraith form.
Wow.
Can I still
Okay,
cast?
also...
Can I still cast spells with that on? Like damage spells. Like, can I cast a fireball whilst in Wraith Form?
Wasn't that a thing that Georg could do?
It was.
I think you will lose access to somatic and material components. You can probably cast verbal only spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Magic missile's verbal, isn't it?
I don't think so.
The vast majority of things have
It is somatic.
at least 2, yeah.
Yes, there are
Would he lose
very
somatic,
few.
or would he lose just... I like material components make sense. Would he still be able to like
Wave his tendrily misty arms around.
I don't think in an effective way.
Okay.
No, I think
think-
it's a good change, Neal.
It's a good limitation.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Also,
Can you-
that'll take you a certain amount of time to learn, just so I can keep track of how many days we're passing while you're doing this stuff.
Okay, but does Falstaff not have any? Are the like Akuban style spells? Are they just like all stuff made by him and his mates? Like, I'm wondering, like, does he not have any unique spells that he himself has researched?
I think the spells that Falstaff researched have become
Right.
like common spells that you would have learned. Like maybe he came up with Shatter and
Yeah.
you know,
He probably did, right? He was like,
yeah.
this will be a trick for the.
That's where you got
Small
your
wizard.
scroll from. It was actually one that he made way back when he was still alive.
Yeah. Tested it. Okay. So I've been looking through the spells because I figured that it might be something like this. I don't think there's like anything that stands out to me as being like, I need this spell right now to deal with this shadow dragon or what we're doing.
Mhm.
So I don't know what you think, Van, but I think maybe we can kind of move along until we have something more specific in mind. I mean, let me just have a quick look at the level 4 spells. I mean, Evard's Black Tentacles is really cool.
I've been looking at what you can still cast, and there's not a whole lot. That's verbal only. Yeah.
Oh, you mean with the Wraith form?
Yeah.
Oh, Evard's is... No, it's not, surely. No, I
I've
just mean
seen
that,
about
like,
4 spells so far through the whole page that I've gone through. That
Yeah,
are verbal only.
there's not a lot. Polymorph Self is verbal only, but that doesn't really help me.
You could polymorph into a misty dragon.
Yeah, I suppose. Could probably
What
do that
level is
anyway.
Wraith form?
3.
3.
You could cast knock, which you don't need because you could just slip through the crack of the door.
Yeah, yeah. Tree Steed. It's a lot of
If you had
spells.
command, you could cast that. That's actually kind of useful in Wraith form.
That would be a Wizard Eye is pretty cool. Look at the level 5s. There's got to be some stuff here. Animal Summoning 2. Oh, actually, this seems so much better than Monster Summoning. I mean, to the spell, the cast scores up to 6 animals of 8 hit die.
Huh?
Okay, only stuff within range comes. Wait, are they friendly though?
So that'll take you 5 days to learn Wraith form.
Yeah, man, they actually help you. So, like, if we were in a jungle, if we were in a, I don't know, like a forest with bears, we could just summon 6 bears.
Yeah, but aren't the higher level monster summoning spells pretty good?
No, they're garbage. Like, unless there's summoning 2, it's just for 3. Sorry, it's terrible. Like, casting
Really?
got a single orc. It's like a
1d4 third level monsters.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Ooh, it's a 5th level spell. I see. When do you get monster summoning 4? Third level monster. One, except the spell summons 1d3 4th level. Yeah, this isn't too good. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's supposed to be like a. Honestly, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's not exactly like good
Yeah.
for a level 5 spell. I mean, Bigby's interposing hand, is that useful?
Can you get like Mordenkainen's mansion or something?
I've already got the. I think I've already got the 5th level version of this. What is it called? Leomund's Hidden Lodge. Yeah, but it requires like a 1,000 gold piece gem to cast. I don't know if the gem is consumed upon use. If not, it might actually be worth investing
What's it
in
called?
one.
Leomund's
Sorry, what is it? It's on my spell list. My bad.
Secure shelter.
Hidden Lodge. Yeah.
Blending with water trains may appear in a house. Is it? Oh, it's just like a nice little lodge.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to crush a diamond worth 100 gold, so it's kind of like you got to be real flush to be using that on the regular.
With 100 gold, did you say?
Yeah.
I can't tell if it consumes it or not because it might just be. It might be.
It says a crushed diamond, so I don't know if you can reuse the diamond dust.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think if it says crushed, that.
Yeah, usually it
implies-
says if it doesn't consume it.
Yeah, so like it's not. Improved Blink is pretty strong as a 5th level spell. Oh, Magic Jar as well.
Vivid illusion of incoming artillery fire. Oh, no. Oh, get Khazid's procurement.
What's that do? Is that let us get spell components?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So we can just use that to make all the potions.
Potentially. Yeah. Easily access rare or dangerous spell components.
Is it 5th level or 4th?
5th. We have to spend a lot of money to get the setup for it, but once we have it,
God damn, a mirror worth 10,000 gold pieces.
yeah, and then we have to use a 1,000 GP Onyx every time.
We'd have to steal that mirror. Like, there's no way we're paying 10,000 gold for a mirror.
It's
just
like a perfect silver mirror, yeah.
You could just steal one from Wixthron Lorenzo, right? Right from your wife's
I
bedroom.
don't think they have 10,000 GP silver mirrors.
That's going to be the problem. I don't think anyone has a 10,000 GP silver mirror lying
Yeah,
around.
like I don't know how we're gonna like I think the closest we come to stealing is like kidnapping a master mirror maker and loading them up with amazing materials.
Yeah.
I really like the spell Prying Eyes. Like visually, like you just basically summon a shitload of eyes that then like zoom off in all directions and then come back and like telepathically show you everything they've seen.
I put in the Super Cool Kids Club a document that will roughly show you what you need for your potions and sort of gives you an idea of your library or laboratory. That link will stay updated as I fill things out on your sheet. If you scroll down in it, you'll notice that like some of the potions have some incomplete information on them. Your documents will have them completed. I just haven't come up with the rules for the last few potions yet.
The X's by Forge is a no, right?
It's
Not a check. Not a check. Yeah,
Okay. Do you have magic staff, Nick?
I know,
I
but
want that.
I've kind of looked at a lot of this, and it ends up just not being worth it.
Well, because you don't consume the material components. It's just you have to make a nicer staff.
No, but like, you have to give up the spell slots to put it in the staff, right?
I don't. Do they?
Let me read it. It ends. There was a lot of talk of it at one time in the Discord, and it ended up there was something wrong with it.
It doesn't say that. Spells that are stored in staff must be memorized normally. It wipes it from your memory because you're casting it.
Yeah, but
But
does
it
it last
doesn't-
forever.
Duration is special. Yeah, I think it stays until you use it. A ninth level. store 1 spell level for every 3 levels of the caster. So you can get some emergency low-level spells in there.
Yeah, so I mean, to fill it up with 3 magic missiles would be, that'd be pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Could I cast magic staff on my staff, Neal? It says that you need a staff cut from an ash tree, so would it have to be like a separate staff, or?
Unless your staff is ashy. I don't think yours is carved from ash. I don't know.
So I don't really want to be carrying around 2 staffs just to be able to cast magic missile. It'd be more useful.
That's a good point.
To do
Well, it says staff cut from an ash tree. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, 2 staves, that's not too hard. Like, what else are you carrying?
I know, but it's a bit awkward, isn't it? I suppose I could
Just
defines
dual
a
wield
staff?
stabs.
Like Gandalf. And Gandalf had a sword, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's just a decent idea because it's extra spells that you can carry for a 3,000 gold investment.
You can have your cool light staff and your backup magic staff depending on what you need to do for the day.
That's true.
And you can just take whichever one out you need that day for adventuring.
Or
Yeah.
you can carry one on your back and one in your hand.
Yeah, what's the definition of a staff? Like, could it be a small staff? Or
No.
does it have to be like 6 foot? Yeah.
We're talking at least to your armpit in height.
Yeah. Could strap it across my back, I suppose.
Yeah.
It just gets a little awkward walking with something like that over your back. It keeps kicking into your legs, or it's at a weird angle and you walk through a door and it gets caught on the door frame. Like, carrying long poles over your back is technically feasible in some
Yeah.
situations, but just
You can't take them out quickly is the biggest issue.
yeah, because you can't pull it over your shoulders. You gotta like put it off of you around this way. It's just
Yeah. Well, I
It's
guess
a
you could loop
mess.
it around your back and have it at an angle, and that wouldn't be too bad.
maybe.
And then you could just unsling it from your back.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad.
But that time when you need to like dive into the bushes to save yourself from the fireball, and the staff just like keeps you from getting into the bushes is gonna be terrible.
Yeah. Oh, so I'll check then. 2 of the spells that I needed to create the portal to the Shadow Plane were Shadow Magic and Major Creation. So are they in there? They're both 5th level spells. I was trying
so-
to get them from Caledonia, but obviously that's not worked out.
There is a 70% chance that they are in these things. So why don't you roll me a D100, 70 or lower?
Okay, Major Creation first. No, Shadow Magic. These spells elude me. Well, it's a good job we don't really need the portal anymore.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have stuff
Was
you
it
want to do?
Shadow
Banner?
Magic and Major Creation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was
And
thinking, if you want, like, say, a week, I might just pick 2 or 3 spells to learn, and you could do your commune and time pool stuff.
Ooh, Nick, look at Tensor's Destructive Resonance.
Oh, yeah, the magic staff thing doesn't work. It only lasts for 1 hour per level. That's why it was rock bad.
What? Where does it say that?
Somebody's just said it to me in Discord, and I'm pretty sure that that's what.
I
It's
don't.
from the-
It says duration is special.
It's missing from the Regal Goblins. That's it.
Oh,
The
okay.
rule book, yeah.
Why doesn't it
Oh.
just say that in the fucking?
I know, it's the most important bit.
Well,
right?
like it says duration is special. Why not just say 1 hour per level?
I can change
Yeah.
that shit if it's something is missing from it.
Yeah, I got some stuff I want to do. I'm just kind of looking to see what we could use here that might be very useful for us.
Yeah. Oh, we might need to stop in at Roxas as well to pick up a dwarf to, like, help us find, where the gems are.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that, like, if we were, like, being super scared of the Shadow Dragon, we could even use Stone Shape to make a mine, and then build a teleport circle and close it back off with stone, so that we could teleport into the mine. It
Yeah.
would be, like, safe from the outside. We'd have to build, like, a air hole, but it could be possible with the dwarf
Yeah, I'll
spell.
need to check how much I can do with a single casting of Stone Shape, because there are limitations on it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's intended to be able to like burrow into things.
Oh, Tensor's Destructive Resonance is the thing that just blows stuff up. I was thinking about using this on the Heatstroke Temple and just, like...
Yeah, no,
obliterating
that's
the
what I
whole
was
thing.
thinking too. Like, if you can channel that on the temple for a while,
Yeah, you
you just load you up with like all the anti-magic shells, and then you just fire out that beam.
Yeah, but then at the end it says objects more massive than 2,000 pounds are too big, so I don't think it would work.
Damn.
But it's a cool idea, right? Just nuke them. Yeah.
I love how it says there's more destructive potential. It's like the idea of you destroy the temple and it's the equivalent of a nuclear bomb going off.
Yeah. There's a spell here, Vile Venom, which unusually says by casting this inherently evil spell, and then you can make deadly poison, but it's rare for it to point out that it's inherently evil.
Yeah, even raise dead or animate dead is not listed as inherently evil. It's just mostly evil.
Yeah, exactly. So this is clearly like bad shit, but you can make like super deadly poison for a rogue. And it lasts for hours per level. So if we were sending someone to assassinate someone for us, we could cast that on them like the night that they were going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sweet. Not that Van would ever condone such behavior. You could use Von Gassik's refusal on the tomb, which would prevent unauthorized spellcasters from entering a hallway. It's pretty cool. Wall of iron, wall of stone, wall of fire, wall of ice. Like, they're both cool.
Yeah, far-reaching 111. Is that like a 111 course?
It just makes your spells like longer range.
Oh, it's far-reaching 3. It's just using
using Roman numerals.
So I think I might get improved blink next, since I think that's pretty
Magic
useful.
Staff would have been great if you still had Frank around, because you can store spells that other wizards can use to cast.
Yeah,
So
but
you
it's
could
still
store
only hour per
Fireball in
level.
there. Yeah, but you could have an hour per level of the caster. So you
Yeah,
can
right,
be like,
but then
here,
I'd have
Frank,
to-
here's a Fireball spell, and then if you have your own Fireball spell, you could cast 2 Fireballs in one round rather than in consecutive rounds.
It would only help action economy. It wouldn't actually help number of spells.
Right.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Action economy is
yeah.
where it's at in the late game anyway.
I mean, would
agree.
a cleric be able to use that staff since
It
it's technically a
specifically
precast?
calls out for wizards in the full text of the rules, which
Okay.
I've now updated, so the new spell is now complete.
Okay. Distance distortion.
Fabricate's pretty great, like just as a catch-all to do a lot of shit. So maybe fabricate an improved blink, and then see what you can do in that time frame.
What about demi shadow monsters? Because shadow monster was pretty great.
It's kind of just like it just gives them a little bit more HP, but they already die super quick if they're attacked anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure it's worth the 5th level spell slot.
There's a lot of weird spells in here that I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So let's set a couple of objectives for you guys, because you've been looking through these spells. I've passed a
Yeah.
few days in game time. You've learned a new spell. You've been able to
Yeah.
go back and forth. You've secured the library. What are your goals? Are you going to immediately go out looking for crystals? Are you going to try and get some supplies in terms of potions built? Are you going to try and expand your library? What do you need? What are you going to do?
We're going for the crystals, right? I think that we should check in with Stromheim, chat, see if we can work out what's happened with Darf, just as a reflecting pool cast.
yeah. So at some point, when I have the time, I'm going to get a basin of water because I can use it for both of these spells. I don't need to set up all my spells right now. I get like 6 first and second level spells, and it's just like it's a little bit much to go through everything. All right, so for a 4th level spell, we'll take this instead. Reflecting Pool. I'm going to attempt to scry on Darf using Reflecting Pool.
All right.
You'll see his body if he's dead, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, no, because we've used Reflecting Pool to try and scry on dead people before.
I warn you, there's a very good chance that he's dead. But, you know.
I mean, Van's well aware.
Okay. Don't want you to be too upset when you see this.
So, Reflecting Pool uses crystal ball rules, right?
Yes.
The real scary thing was if he's dead but still walking around, then
That's
we
real
might-
bad, yeah.
Yeah, then we might
Then I'd have to cut
find
it pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, if he's a vampire, yeah. But if he's just a zombie, we might need to
Personally,
go find him.
well known makes it a 100%.
You know Darf well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
100% chance. You can try it 3 times a day, and watch him for up to an hour a day, if you so desire. Okay,
Well, I only have 1 casting, so.
Roll me D100. Roll 100 or less.
All right.
Nice roll.
Success.
I did it.
You did it.
I did.
Good job.
Do you
All
see me
right.
type it out? Like,
I
it was
saw-
so
yeah.
quick you didn't even hear it.
It didn't even show up in roll 20. It was that
I
fast.
haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it's a pass.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't know, Neal. No, you do know. Okay.
Oh, I know. I just need to maybe set the ambience appropriately.
God.
So you see Darf. but it's not a good look for him. Darf is... hold on. What time of day are you casting the spell? Let's figure out how much daylight
It's probably pretty early, because I think this is done, like we probably went back to the tomb in the morning, did that thing that took, like closing the doors and going back and forth, probably took about an hour. I napped Malachi, except I don't even know if we do that because we don't even teleport. Yeah, it's probably like late morning by the time I cast this.
Great. So when you cast this spell, you can see Darf. He is resting comfortably, it looks like, in a large bed with lots of pillows of high quality and some silk sheets. But there is an unnatural darkness to the area that he's in. And after a moment of observation, the resting comfortably looks more like he is so exhausted he can't really move. And as he shifts slightly, you can see holes in his neck where he has been fed upon by fanged creatures. And you'll notice that he is also shackled by his ankle to some sort of bedpost at the end of it, the end of the bed. It looks like he has been captured and is being held prisoner by some sort of fanged creatures that are draining him of it from his blood recreationally or for sustenance.
What does this mean, Van? Are they turning him into one of those things?
Malachi, do you think you could teleport here?
Perhaps. Yeah, if we scry on it again and again.
We couldn't get out though, could we?
The safer thing we could do is I could use clairvoyance to extrapolate and find where it is, find the location. I could see it from a great height. We could pinpoint where it is. Maybe we could see if it would be possible to go there.
You have to teleport onto solid ground, right? You can't teleport into the air?
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, if we can find out where he is, then I could maybe get him with polymorph self.
Are there any windows in this room?
No.
Can you cast this again tomorrow, Van?
Yes, I can, and I have some ideas.
Okay.
I have quite a few ideas. If we can get there outside of the town, I could probably bust Darf out, and then you could teleport us away.
I think we could bust him out, yeah. Let's just see if we can find out where it is. Cast it again tomorrow, and I'll try and triangulate his position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he's in an outer room. If he's close to a wall, then I think this shouldn't be too hard.
Even if he's not, like, I could try and polymorph self and like spider my way into his room and teleport him out.
That's an option as well.
But like, if he's already been bit, is he already dead? Is he already going to be turning? Wait, anyway, do we even know any vampires? Like, have we heard rumors about Vicious being a vampire? Like, I don't think we have we? So.
I can't remember, actually, because we've known for so long.
Yeah,
I don't think your characters are aware of this fact at all, in any way, shape, or form.
We do know that maybe he's got something to do with the undead, though. Like,
that's true. We do know that he's, like, allied with the demons or something.
And they had, like, an army of shambling men, right?
Oh, yeah, he had, like, the unnatural army.
He never slept, yeah.
They never slept, and they never had, like, any faltering morale. They had, like, they were basically just perfect soldiers.
Yeah.
Well, there was also a situation where the armies he was facing were crumbling as his troops were arriving. There was a two-pronged thing, right? Like, his soldiers were depicted
but you did
as,
mention, like, his soldiers being weird and unnatural.
That is the reports that have trickled down from the people that have been conquered by him. But everyone tells high tales about their conquerors, right? And the invaders.
Yeah.
The Huns, the undefeatable, unkillable Huns, and they're really just regular people on horses who just, they're better fighters than you.
I wonder if I could cast light through the reflecting pool with the stuff.
Can spells be cast through reflecting pool?
Some can, yeah. Clairvoyance and things like that. Usually not like physical spells, but
I can try this again tomorrow, and I can tell you if he's already been turned.
Oh yeah? Perfect. If he is turned, though, we might need to kill him. He knows a lot about us, Van.
That's true. If he's a vampire, though, can we?
I don't know, but like, if he's on Vicious's side now, he's going to tell Vicious what we took from him. if he hasn't already. And he also knows where we live. So...
He also knows where we live.
This is actually more dangerous than I at first thought. We might need to do something about this.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna cancel that because there's nothing else I can really do. Although tomorrow, did I take this today actually? No, I didn't. I took protection from.
There's lots of time that we have been risking around in. So
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it again tomorrow then.
Yep.
And let's do some spells through it. So I'm gonna learn 2 or 3 clairvoyances this day, Neal.
How many?
3. It's level 3 spell. Oh no, it's a level 3 spell. So no, I can get 3. Yeah, so I learned 3. I'm gonna do like I did with the Shadow Dragon. 1 into the room itself, and then 1 like 1,000 feet directly above it.
Okay. And how to do with clairvoyance? How well do you need to know the area you're going to?
While I'm looking at it.
Oh, because you've got the reflecting pool going?
Yeah. And then the second spell is a direct distance above, like 1,000 feet. Which is like saying I cast it beyond this door, 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. Sight range. Locale chosen. Okay, so you are going to reflecting pool into the area, and then cast clairvoyance from 1,000 feet above where the reflecting pool is seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've got to do 1 clairvoyance into the room first to give myself like a spatial anchor point to then say 1,000 point above, or if.
So you should be able to just do it off of the reflecting pool, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that works.
I think that's how it's going to work out for us.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he's in fortune, but like, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking over a lot of things for the rescue, but I'm so I assume we're gonna do this the next day.
Yeah.
Cool. This time, so I'll do reflecting pool on Darf again. Just into any shape. Oh, I make like a small. Okay, no, I can use stone shape for whatever we need to. I just have to make a rough, like a model that's not to scale of the shape that I want to make. So I just need a small amount of clay.
Okay.
So the next day we're gonna cast reflecting pool again. I'm gonna scry on Darf, and as soon as that goes off, I'm going to cast detect evil, which goes through crystal balls.
Nice. Darf's definitely not evil, so if he is, then...
Yeah, he's actually lawful good. So if it doesn't go off, I also have detect good.
Okay. Let's do it. You scry on Darf. And immediately you cast detect evil through the scry. Now, is detect evil a single target or an AoE spell?
I think I just do it beforehand because it's a thing that I cast upon myself. And then I can just discover emanations of evil or good in the case of the reverse spell from any creature, object, or area.
I hide behind the door.
Oh yeah, you are high enough level that if you were
up.
evil, you would resonate.
I don't think I'm evil anymore.
You still hide behind the door anyway?
No, I don't. I trust that. I have belief that I'm
You
just...
haven't done much evil in a while.
Nah, I just killed Tyrus and... That's it, really. That's it, really. It's Tyrus and Aldrich are the only really bad ones.
You were like kind of a jerk bag at the start of Hardcore Heroes.
Yeah.
You weren't like super evil.
No.
Even bad people can be rehabilitated and become good people.
And also there's a degree of evil thing to this. I can see the emanation, like the strength of the emanation of evil.
Okay.
So there's like dim, faint, moderate, strong, or overwhelming, just like magic, and that's the degree of evil. General nature, expectant, malignant, gloating, etc. If the evil is overwhelming, I have a 10% chance per level of detecting its general bent, lawful, neutral, or chaotic.
Well, you can scry on Darf, and you can detect a lack of evil emanating from this man.
I cast detect good.
Come on, Darf.
Don't you have to be 9th level to radiate good or evil?
It says for characters. I don't know if that applies to random NPCs as well.
I think you'll get a very faint aura of
Concept
good
of good.
coming from
Okay.
Darf. A very faint, just like, he's kind
Okay,
of a nice guy.
that's fine.
So there's time to save him then, Van.
Yes, most
It's
likely.
It's not turned on us yet.
Yes, and if he's cursed, I can fix that too. Okay, do your clairvoyance, Malachi.
You think you could cure vampirism?
Possibly. I think vampirism is being turned into a vampire. It's not like lycanthropy. I think you have to be killed to be turned into a vampire.
No. Okay. Good. All right. I'll do the clairvoyance 1,000 feet above.
All right, you clairvoyance 1,000 feet above, and you find yourself staring down into the center of fortune. Well, not the center, the east side of fortune.
Okay. One thing I want to know, are the gates to fortune closed? Like, so we knew
Yes.
some weird things about his armies, right? But like, is this, did we hear anything about fortune like not being a city that people go to anymore?
It's always been really fucking sketchy, though, right? Even when
It's- Yeah, it's always kind of been that weird town out in the plains that no one really wants to go to. It's like Cleveland, you know?
Does from
It's
his
just no
thing, does he
point.
see people like walking around?
Yeah, you can
Streets?
see people going about their business ordinarily as they might in fortune.
We need to find a landing point, Malachi.
we won't go in through the gate. We can pick a town nearby. I can fly us in.
Yep. I canceled the reflecting pool, by the way.
It is canceled. And the clairvoyance is still going off.
Okay. I check it. So does it look like it's centered above the keep?
Yes,
Okay. I look at the keep. Is there windows?
there are.
I've got 2 more clairvoyance spells. So
Try doing just above the room, like just above the room, or like just above the keep, centered over the room.
just
You have to
above
give
the
me
keep.
a number of feet, right?
Yeah.
Above the room.
Oh, so you can't like abstract it to the idea of go above the keep.
Well, I guess I could now, but I don't know it very well enough to perhaps do it like that. Because I'm looking at it now with the other
Sure,
clairvoyance.
try doing like 50 feet above the room.
50 feet? Is that not too much, do you think?
Well, we don't know. If he's on a lower floor, then it might not be.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll do 50 feet then. We can try and work out if he's in the dungeon this way.
Yeah, we want to find out if he's in like a high tower or if he's on a low floor.
Yeah.
And also because you're close enough, we might know whether or not he's on like an outer wall or somewhere in the middle of the keep.
Yeah.
Outer wall is a big deal. If he's in an outer wall, I can do some shit.
Busting in through the wall, though, is bound to draw attention. Like,
We're not going to
better
be there for very long.
Yeah, sure, but better to sneak in if we can. No? Don't want to set off any alarms.
Well, it depends on how high up it is as well. Because if you make me invisible, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, the last time we used that stone-shaped cell to break into a keep, though, it was also a keep belonging to Vicious, and there were people firing arrows at us on our way out.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, well, we can't allow him to tell Vicious about us.
Anyways, 50 feet above, Neal?
50 feet above, okay. You are looking at the roof of the keep. And very, very close to the roof of the keep. So close that it really sort of blocks your view of anything else.
So it
Can he
looks like-
tell whether or not he's like on the outer wall of it?
You can see sunlight on the rooftop. You cannot see any walls. You can literally, you're just like, inches above the rooftop.
So so if I'm 50 feet above him and I'm at the roof, does that look like he's on the ground floor, or does that look like he's in the dungeon? Like, how high is the keep?
That's true.
That would have been a great question to ask when you were 1,000 feet above. Give me a perception check and an intelligence check to see if you can remember these details that you weren't paying attention to.
I mean, I've got one more cast, but there's
Sure.
the perception. There's your intelligence.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it's a 3-story keep.
So
So he's probably on the ground.
He's on the ground floor then, about. Floors generally 20 feet high in keeps, or 10
10.
feet? Okay, so
10. Okay. Yeah, so he's probably on the bottom floor, and then there's like an attic up at the top or something. Like lots of
Nice.
thick roof. Oh, he's probably in a dungeon. He's probably
he's in a
below ground.
dungeon, yeah, he's two.
Okay, that's more annoying.
I could message him, I don't know how that would help us, but.
I don't think it would.
Okay, so look, inside the tomb, there's a wand of size alteration, which we could use to shrink Darf to get him out of his chains, pick him up, and then just quickly teleport him out.
Yeah, when I scryed on him, he was in like manacles, right? Like they were
He
they
was
were clasped to his
shackled
wrists.
on
Yeah.
1 foot.
Like, I'm just making sure he wasn't like bolted in or something. Like they had him like clasped in. Okay.
I guess it's technically a pedicle.
Okay, but if I shrink him, he'll obviously come out of the manacles pretty easily.
Yeah.
So.
Like I was just mentioning, like
magical,
driven a spike through his foot or something.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So we need to find a village near Fortune and make our way there. So I wonder if we want to go to Stromheim anyway. I wonder if it's worth just going to Stromheim. We could
Can we just teleport directly into Fortune?
It's a bit risky. It's a bit risky. Look, we could go to Stromheim. We could speak to Joris there. We might be able to learn some stuff about Vicious.
We can stop there on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can just make our way on foot to a Fortune and find a village nearby.
I don't know if we want to walk on foot because that's where the demons are still like out and about somewhat, right?
Well, we've got to learn to fight them anyway, Van. It might give us some info.
That's true, but the gates are also closed.
Yeah, but if we can get to a village nearby, I can fly us in.
That's true, and you could like invisibility it.
Yeah, I could invis myself.
So my biggest concern here is if he's in a dungeon, it makes it much harder for me to get to him.
It's easier. I'll just sneak in there. I can spider climb down.
Okay. I'm gonna reflect. Or no, was Darf wearing any like noteworthy possessions, or was there anything that really stood out in that room as being like a bizarre possession, something that wouldn't be just like a generic object?
There were some nice and fancy silk sheets and pillows, and he was wearing moderate quality clothes that had been ripped and torn.
I'm asking for the purposes of locate object, if that helps.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything in you that you would have seen that would have been unique enough to be unerringly detected by that. I think the best you can do is
objects
like
is apparel,
bed.
jewelry, furniture, tools, weapon. Once the caster is fixed in his mind, the eye.
Animals?
Only that item. Oh, so if I can like visualize his shirt specifically, can I like find specifically his shirt?
Yeah, using your.
I need an accurate mental image, is what it says.
Is this locate object or locate item?
Locate object.
Object.
Sean, check your character sheets. You have a potion of vampire control. We did have one at one point. I don't think we've ever used it, but I don't know. I don't have it, so
It might be in Chester. Let me look. I don't have it on me.
yeah, it must have been lost at some point.
I might have it in my. Oh, I might have it in my treasure. Actually, hold on. I don't. So I have two different kinds of treasure that I track.
Okay.
One is what I carry on me, and then I had Chester because I was sort of technically carrying Chester on me.
Yeah.
But then we also had the other loot. Let me see where it is. Was it under? It's not in here, is it? Oh, it is. Ability purchasing. Scrolls of slow hold, poison, ravenous. No.
Scroll of slow. You should give that to me.
No, slow poison.
Oh, slow poison. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, art objects? No.
Gone.
I'm looking a little bit more. That's from Fro. That's my poem that I wrote.
So I think doing something like Darf's clothes is going to be sort of on the sketchy end, because you might be looking at his clothes, but if there's like something that is remotely
like
similar
perfectly,
somewhere nearby,
yeah.
right?
So
Like
nothing.
a king's crown is unique enough to easily be distinguishable from other things, but like Darf's magenta shirt that is torn, like maybe there's another nearby magenta shirt. Like it might work, it might not. I think it's going to be kind of a crapshoot. If you want to grab him particularly.
Okay.
I don't know how manacles might work for you.
Manacles.
Probably
could
more
work.
than one set of manacle. In the
Would
whole
it
dungeon,
seem
but-
like if his shirt was like torn up, would that help at all? Because that sort of distinguishes it better.
What about the bed? There might be a unique
Hold on a
knitted
little bit.
pillow or something. Yeah, like there might be like a pillow that someone's actually made in Fortune, so it's unique.
I'm looking to see if I have other options for doing this.
And Neal,
think-
what's the link? What's the link to the new spell? Sorry, the
I will list it here.
spells up.
In the group Discord group. Spells test with a capital T and no space between spells and test.php. I don't know if the capital T matter.
What have we got in here? That's level 5.
It's not.
Summon person. Oh, summon person. This spell summons one specific living person from wherever they are to in front of the caster. Gets a saving throw to avoid the effects of the spell. If the
Wait, is it
caster-
limit? Does it have a limited duration?
3 rounds per level. Ah, shit.
So then he'd go back.
So we summon him and murder him so we can't tell him us.
No.
Ah, damn it. Oh, hey, my teleportation circle's in here. Summon creatures. Oh, except you get a number of creatures equal to that level.
We're going to take our first break here
Yeah.
while you guys are figuring out what to do with Darf. And when we come back on the other side of the break, maybe we'll have an action plan, or maybe we'll just leave him for a while. I don't know. We'll find out. You guys on this side of a break. Bye-bye.
All right.